Facebook Live. I've never heard of this shit.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former intern's tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the f moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, you said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
For the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. This is the Monday edition. I'm your host, Ice. Matter of fact, I'm the only host tonight. I'm gonna talk to you guys one-on-one, 0.4 million. You know, just hang out, shoot the shit. Maybe take a couple calls. I don't know, depends. Just gonna hang out. Flash had to go do an assignment. He had to go do something. And rather than trying to fight with the weather and all that stuff, I figured, hey, look, dude, just go ahead and take it off. And I was thinking about doing the same thing, but then I realized, you know what? You guys deserve a show. Doesn't matter. There is no inclement weather unless the webs are out or something like that on WTF Nation Radio. So I figured, hey, I can still do a show. I've done solo shows before, and exactly that, Pip. I have free reign. For you guys that don't know, normally how the format is for the Monday edition, that's a news, commentary, and discussion show that, believe it or not, that's kind of Flash's show. I'm just there to pop in some noise and shoot the shit and inject some drama and noise to have you guys and gals in on all the action. And what's up, Baconator? Yeah, man, dude, straight up chilling out. So I figured to give you guys an understanding, that's how the Monday edition works. And now everybody's like, hey, how come Flash talks a lot during the Monday edition? I was like, well, it's kind of like his show. That's like his news stuff. And I just kind of inject and poke and make fun and drop memes and shoot the shit and kind of make fun of Flash for being Flash, because when he goes on his rants and stuff like that. So now that I'm by myself. So real quick, I know you guys saw the header. We're talking about some news haters and billionaires crying about memelords. Now, I don't know if you guys know what's happening out there in the stock market world, but holy crap! So a friend of mine, I said I was going to use a script and definitely talk about it, and it's about all what's happening during right now with Wall Street and stocks and all this other shit. So the thing is that I am quite impressed when someone says that memes don't create movements, when I think quite the obvious. I think meme warfare is irregular warfare. I think the use of memes can be used for moments because they're little nuggets of truth that are inside. It's almost like when the shoe fits type of meme. So if I were to shoot out a meme to something, and it could be the most blasé, you wouldn't even know what is going on. And the next thing you know, I will get 5 to 10 messages about a meme that I put out, and immediately I get asked, "Is that about me?" No, actually, it wasn't about you. It was about somebody else. But if that shoe fits, then there you go. Memes definitely, exactly. Wu-Tang Investments, diversify your bonds. So there are some things that memes in self-mimetic warfare, and we talked about this stuff before. When we had Peter Singer and August Cole from the authors, from Like War, Ghost Fleet, and Burn-In Book. Great discussion about mimetic warfare. We even had members of of some other groups that fell into memes and have been used against it. So I think personally, it's awesome. Now, I'm not gonna. how do I say this without sounding like an ass or sounding callous? But I don't care about billionaires crying. If you guys don't know what happened in the news, I'll just go ahead and catch up. So this hedge fund called Melvin Capital wrote out some, and mind you now, this script, I'm purely using a friend's script, some douchey article about how the smart investment move would be like to short sell GameStop stock. To put it simply, short selling is essentially gambling that a stock's prices will drop, and if it does, you make money. If it doesn't, you end up paying out the money for how much it goes up. Well, the article that was written pissed off a bunch of little freaking dank dark corner of the memedom called Wall Street Bets. Now, Wall Street Bets is a hive of Ritalin, Adderall, fanatic individual lunatics, and this is described purely in the script that I'm reading, who treat the stock market like a casino. Literally will just go and gamble their life savings on a single trade. And it's kind of fun to watch. Well, this, for some reason, the WSB crew has a weird fascination with certain stocks, and they call them meme stocks. So Tesla is one, AMD is another, and GameStop. So arguably the most weirdly beloved meme stock. So for reasons that make sense only to the individuals in WSB, Melvin Capital tried to short sell their meme, and it was kind of like shit talking them. And so the meme lords just would, this is war. You're not gonna do this. You're not. Whoa, hang on. I'm not. No. You're not gonna do this. You're gonna get some. So it's kind of like back and forth, but it gets freaking hilarious. So Wall Street Bets decided to do a short squeeze. And this is when you see people trying to short a stock, and you buy up that stock, and you get a bunch of other people to buy up that same stock. So with each purchase, the price will eventually go up. And since Melvin Capital was trying to short the stock up to like $20 per share, WSB decided they wanted to get high above that price as fast as possible. So they got it up to $200 per share. So that means Melvin has to cover the $180 per share that they bought. And that came out to billions, like freaking billions. Melvin Capital overnight was suddenly facing bankruptcy. So think about it. A bunch of self-identified degenerates on a website were able to tank a huge fucking hedge fund. I find it quite hilarious. I think the meme warfare, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly that. Meme warfare is a regular warfare. So the rich and powerful don't like to see us plebeians, messing with one of their own. So Point72, another hedge fund, teamed up with another group of other little funds, injected around $3 billion into Melvin Capital to keep them from spiraling. Essentially, this meant that the billionaire hedge fund crew were kind of like banding together against Wall Street Bets. And then Wall Street's Bets said, oh, okay, no problem. Oh, you want to play around? So now the stock traded up to $320 per share. So Melvin Capital lost all of the $3 billion they were giving. It's gone. They're done. Point72 gave a little over $1 billion of that injection, which means that the fund dropped from $17 billion to $16 billion. Which means that in less than 24 hours, Wall Street Bets managed to all but ensure one hedge fund will die and drop the value of another by 6%, of course. Dude, you got to remember, Wall Street Bets is just a bunch of dudes on the internet fucking memeing and shit. They weren't hedge fund guys, they weren't millionaires, they weren't billionaires. So it literally meant that this was done as individuals with a phone app and just coordinated with other individuals on Reddit. So now we're watching GameStop stocks is a bunch of rich people who are getting fucking wrecked by meme lords for pure entertainment. If you've not watched the news, if you've not watched CNBC or MSNBC, you're seeing these guys crying. These guys are like literally fucking crying, going, these guys, all they're doing is just sitting at home and they need their checks and all this other shit. Think about some of this. I think someone's going to, exactly that. I think someone's going to lose their life. Someone's going to get pissed off. They're going to get pissed and probably off themselves or probably commit suicide because whatever. Now, the Robinhood app immediately started closing out and started realizing what was happening. The CEO of Robinhood even said, hey, I got to think about my investors and also this shit. I got to start restricting and all that. So people who are trading on the Robinhood app to get on some of this GSE action were getting restricted. Big time. So this was like Occupy Wall Street with full fucking memedom warfare. If anything else, somebody who does the line of work that I used to do, I love it. This is the shit that I love to see. Straight wreck, chaos wrecked. You know, but it's like sticking it to the man with meme stock. It was freaking awesome. So, not to mention the fact that when Robinhood decided to side with Wall Street and it held trading Thursday, it pissed off WSB so bad that a bunch switched to Fidelity and now chattering about shorting Robinhood when their IPO comes up this quarter. So they're going to go public and go bankrupt the same day because Wall Street bets. You pissed off a bunch of kid. This is awesome. This is the same, and this is exactly that, Baconator. This is what they get. This is exactly what they get. I find it quite fucking amusing that individuals. This is why when people talk about this is not fair, this is not fair. You've even had legislative members of Congress say this is not right. Why? Because some of them have been involved in this crap. Some of them have been involved in this shit. Right now, they're probably scrambling. Yeah, exactly that. A 12-year-old made bank on GameStop. Stonks. Stonks. I love how you guys say that, stonks. Some of our legislators are involved in this shit. Some of them, in fact, had capital, had money involved and stuff. I just want to know who else has done that. I mean, the way I see it, this is an awesome game. Why not me? Why did I get? I mean, everyone's like all of a sudden like, you know, me and Spanker were laughing about this. I mean, was it yesterday or today? I think, and we were just shooting the shit. And she's like, I want some of them stonks. I mean, there I traded one stock, so we're now traders. You know what I mean? I think it's hilarious. I think honestly, what it is that these individuals figured out the game, which was out there right in the open, and you had bankers and investors just totally, I don't know, fuck over the people. And I'm not really feeling sorry for the guys that spent all this money that continuously go out and bankrupt people on purpose. And sure, you got to think about it. You have people that are out there in the banking world that are betting on your company that you've worked your hard blood, sweat, and tears on and tanking it. Meanwhile, the meme lords come in and just wreck shit. How could you not be? Exactly. And now, thank you, Cos. I was just about ready to say that too. That was my next byline. Now the meme lords are looking at silver. They're like, now let me see. What can we do with silver? Why can we not have, this? Why can we not do this? I think personally, this is rocking it. I want this to happen. I want this to happen. Everyone's like, oh, how could you be so freaking mean, dude? You really want this is capitalism, right? This is what you wanted. You wanted capitalism. This is the way these individuals have been playing everybody else in the wide fucking open. And I'm telling you what, it's just they figured out the game. That's what it is. They figured out these big investment companies and all sorts of shit. I want to know who else in our government. I don't think the silver one's going to work either. I think it's a hedge plot. I'm wondering who in our government used to do this before. Didn't we have anybody run for office that did that? That used to buy out or used to short companies like that to make sure they went bankrupt, and that's how they made their money. I'm not a financial planner. Now the thing is that it's not an effect to, like, for instance, yes, from what I've seen, the mutual funds or trusts or something like that. I'm not seeing anything like that, nor have I seen any traffic, nor I don't think any financial guys have been talking about that. I think most of this mostly is active freaking stocks. You know what I mean? So I mean, again, I invest my little money here and there, enough to finance all 15 of my divorces and baby mama's side pieces and exes, and then there you go. That's a whole moving money that I do. And I pay my bills. That's it. That's it. But I think honestly that these kids are they own it. I mean, if you look at it now, you have individuals not realizing that now that the arena has been open, now you have bankers and investors and members of Congress that are sitting there saying we need to have better restriction on our government. We need to have individuals in our government to oversee this. More banking regulations. Wow. I mean, hey, it's kind of like you, what was that Pookie always says? Taxation is theft, right? Taxation is theft. This is what you get. I mean, I'm kind of like, I just can't believe it. There's certain senators that thank you for reminding me of that too. I saw that. There are certain senators that are buying into Tesla too. Now they're talking about, and even, Even fucking what's his name? Elon Musk was talking about it as well. I can't wait to see how this goes, man. This is good. This is going to be this. You think this is a revolution? See, everyone's talking about the revolution. It's careful to say because now all of a sudden the Biden administration wants to get involved in hedge funds, which probably didn't know what the fuck hedge funds were until all this shit started happening and people started saying this is bankrupting the country. Is it bankrupting the country? I don't fucking think so. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's you know, shit. Baconator says that Nancy Pelosi invested $1.2 million in Tesla right before this happened too. I didn't remember reading that. Really? Okay, well, that's interesting. I do know that everyone's been pretty quiet. I do know all those individuals. I wonder what's happening. You know what? I wonder if they're going to do this to like the COVID response. Like if they're going to do anything for pharmaceuticals, or if they should go after Big Farm. There you go. Hey, I'm broadcasting freaking right now on Twitter. I think they should go on freaking. I think they should go after Big Farm. I literally think they should say, "Hey, look, we're gonna bank on you guys making sure that you change the scheduling for cannabis, and release all those government studies that you have about the cannabis studies about pain management and TBI, PTSD for veterans. Let's see what happens there. I wonder what happened if they do that. If they say, "Oh, hey, let's see what we could do with this." Yeah, you think they're afraid of pharma? I don't think so. Well, who do you think is afraid of pharma? Doc? Who do you think's afraid? Give me a call, Doc. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Call me up, man. You know the number, 415-889-8367. Why do you think they're afraid of pharma? And we'll get some audience feedback in this, and you tell me. Why do you think this would be why do you think they're afraid of pharma? Shit, I got people like saying they want to call in now. Cool. All right. Well, there you go, Doc. There's your call to call in if you want to give a buzz, dude. Let me know what's up. That way you can hear we can hear your side of the story of why do you think that that they're afraid of big pharma. Yeah, Washington State opened the highest positive for. Where do I start? That's what I'm saying, dude. Call, dude. Call. I know. I'm sorry. There's a delay on here, but you can give me a buzz, Doc. You know the number. So the one time I'm asking you to call and you don't. Don't argue with me in the chats, brother. Give me a buzz. Okay, if you don't call, then I'm gonna accept somebody else's call. There you go. All right. Well, I got somebody else's call in here right now, so I'm gonna take this call right now. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Caller?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you been?
You know, things and stuff. What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about the stonks right now. What do you got something you want to provide to the audience about your feedback to the stonks and stuff? What's been happening? What do you think?
The stonks?
Yeah.
I heard doggy coin. Is that thing to buy right now? What?
I'm not.
Robinhood
but,
or stocks?
I'm not.
Its motto.
I am not at all a financial advice. I cannot give financial advice, but that's what the streets are saying is to buy all that shit. So,
I know nothing about it. I have soldiers of mine who are up and coming day traders though, and I actually, they talk shit, but they showed me the apps on their phone, like what they're trading, and I'm talking PFCs, sergeants. They're clearing 8-10K in this Reddit shit, and so I'm getting on board with it. I just got my stimmy today. Took a while, and I haven't screwed around with the stocks or anything, but I registered with the Bullwhip, whatever, and I'm not fucking with Robinhood because apparently they suck now. But apparently there's money being made right now, and I'm trying to get on it. I got my stimmy.
So are your soldiers? I'm glad you brought that up. So are your soldiers now talking about how are they first time. It's Weeble, I think. Yeah, one of the Pookie said it's Weeble.
Yeah, that's
Weeble.
the one. Yeah, I'm on the Weeble. I'm waiting on my approval. I'm on, I think, day 3 right now.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to buy some shit.
No, I hear you. So have your soldiers now? Have you at least talked to your soldiers? Hey, look, you're coming into some money. You kind of give them like a little bit of financial planning. Say, hey, look, man, don't spend it on one place. What do you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What do you tell them to do?
They haven't even done anything crazy, and I have one of my NCOs who's kind of a savvy day trader who's been kind of counseling and mentoring them, and so far it's been going swimmingly, I guess, if you want to say a term out there. But yeah, I have privates who are up 8K right now.
That's crazy. How many stocks are they? How many stocks are there? Are they collecting? Because there's a capital gains tax and stuff too as they're trading. So how is there a big discussion on how that's happening? Is there anybody in your unit at all discussing like this big financial? Because that would be an opportunity for like a first sergeant, you want to get on some of these stocks, you know what I mean, and help them out and give them a class or some shit. Have you had anybody? Has the Army talked about that at all? That you know?
I'm kind of over my skis on that, to be honest. I'm kind of getting in on the back end of this because I got my STEMI, and then I see all the soldiers talking about this money and all this stuff, and I don't know shit about the stock market. But I see they're making this money, so I don't know where the taxes is and how it works with selling and how you make money off it. But they're all up right now. But I don't know if they're ultimately going to get screwed over, if they hang on to it, or how it all works. I'm still kind of in my infancy, but I'm jumping in with 2 feet.
How much you?
Now that I got my STEMI money that I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, I was about to say. How much you get in your STEMI? I mean, can you talk about how much you got in your STEMI? But is it a?
Yeah. I got 2,400.
Oh damn! Okay.
So,
well, follow.
I don't really care about it. It's kind of play money, so I'm just kind of curious about all this shit going on with the Robin Hooding and game stopping and all this other AMC shit, doggy coin.
Oh yeah, that's right. AMC's was in the same thing too. Doggy. I don't even know what the hell that is. Do you know what that is at all? The doggy coin.
As far as I know, it's an up and coming Bitcoin. And it was trading a few hours ago. I think it, like 30 cents a share. It was like a penny stock basically right now, but apparently it's an upper comer. Maybe, I don't know. But the stock people that I'm talking to say buy it. So I'm trying to buy it, but I'm waiting on my account approval still, so I can't buy shit.
Right. I just think it's fucking funny that all of a sudden now everyone's jumping on this stuff, and I was thinking about doing the same, but I'm like, nah, I don't know. So you're like you've never done the stock market, you never traded, you've never done this. So
never once. Just downloaded the apps 3 or 4 days ago. I downloaded Robinhood and Webull or whatever, and I registered. And I guess there's a 3 to 4 day waiting period. And everybody's telling me to just dump Robinhood right now and just stick with Webull. So that's what I'm going with. Once that finally gets activated, then I'll start, putting my STEMI to work. And, if I lose it, I don't care because I wasn't expecting the money anyway. And whatever, it's my tax money.
You realize one of the audience members in the chats just said that some of that's for the children. It's for the children.
I only give a fuck about my children. I got child support and other kids. I'm trying to offset that. But yeah, for the children, exactly. I'm trying to get back to even keel.
No, I hear you.
My paycheck just goes to me.
Really. Well, I'll be honest with you. Not to mention that if you do make some cash or something like that, it could offset a lot of the drama for child support, or like I was saying earlier about paying for exes and baby mamas. But cool. So are you are you a mid-grade senior NCO officer? What is your military financial status? What are you? Are you an O or an E?
An E, senior E.
Okay, so you're so you're a senior E. All right, damn. So any other members of your senior E statuses are talking about this too?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much it's all being driven. I think a lot of us are in the same boat where until the whole, GameStop fiasco went on, like nobody's really screwing around with the day trading and all these apps. And for the most part, of course, there's people doing that, but I guess, it got put in the spotlight, and then, now everybody's buying this shit up. So that kind of makes me a little reticent to get involved in it. I'm like, oh, well, now everybody fucking knows, and it's all out there. So this stuff's going to fail, and, I'm going to get screwed. But again, it's stimmy money. So it's money I didn't expect or really give a crap about. So why not? It's play money. It's like casino money to me.
That's exactly what got them all in this mess in the first place. They were playing the casino. All right, man. Cool. Hey, thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
Talk to you later.
Yep. Man. Okay, so there you go with the stimmy stuff. See, now everyone's using their stimmies. Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. I mean, I am not going to get into the down and dirty of what the stock stuff is. I'll just do it myself. I'll just stick to the stuff that I have. Again, it's not affecting mutual funds. It's not affecting trusts, and it's not really a exactly buy and hold. That's what I would suggest. Just hold, because if it's making, you're making bank off of it. What's wrong with that? Somebody might offer you to buy it for you for this. They're like, hey, I'll take it and then take the money and run. I don't know. Again, it's hard to say because I'm not involved in that stock stuff. I mean, like I said, I play with investments, but I don't do that. I don't do that active, volatile stock market stuff, because then it gets into some crazy shit, and I don't have enough time in the world. I'm already freaking juggling enough projects on my own with having to deal now the money stimmy stuff and the stock market shit. But anyways. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so that's the news on that. So right now, currently, everything's looking like freaking up when it comes to the. See, here I'm talking myself about not knowing what's going on. I'm about ready to give you guys a market report. Introducing a market report with Ice on WTF Nation Radio. All I know is them shits are up. How about that? Tesla stock is up. There you go. I want to see what they could do to like Amazon. Like, if they really wanted to do a revolution type event, a cyber revolution, I don't see why these guys don't short Amazon. I don't see how these guys would not want to do some sort of the guys that killed Parler off. Okay, well then how about you kill other freaking? I'd be stonking like crazy. Oh, okay, Amazon. It's time to short you. It's time to get your stocks down. Why don't they do that? Probably gonna get freaking. I'm probably gonna get like zucked for saying this, because everyone's like, exactly that. Three Cletus. William Wallace is a Three Cletus trading. So we get to open up that IPO as soon as we get the IPAs out. I'm just curious what's stopped them from doing something else, because now they're doing silver, then now they're doing other ones. I'm just curious to find out what other companies they're going to be, they want to attack without having, I'll be honest with you, let them go, see what happens. No, you don't think they're going to short Big Tit Pook? Okay, well, I mean, why not? I mean, Elon Musk is throwing support in that tub. I think that if they might. Could you imagine GameStop and Elon Musk working together? Hell yeah, there'd be some badass games. I'll say that. Can't wait to see some of the. Oh, I shouldn't say get. Yeah. Oh yeah, short Amazon and boost Blockbuster. There you go, D-Max. Fire and ammo industry. Yeah, there you go. That I can see some industry there, right there. Bam. Oh my gosh, could you imagine wasn't there several weapons manufacturers that went bankrupt due to specific laws or something like that? Oh my god. The entire nation would lose their mind if they crashed Amazon and they couldn't order packages. I don't see why they wouldn't. I would invest heavily. I mean, I don't want to sound like, I'm a total and 100% Elon Musk fan girl, because I am. But I'd freaking straight up. Anything that has to do with Tesla, anything that has to do with SpaceX, anything that has to do with Neuralink. There's going to be a story about me and Neuralink later, but I'll tell you about that later when it happens. when it gets closer. But it's Neuralink, artificial intelligence, biomechanics, biomedical shit. I can't wait. But anyways, what was wrong with that? I would be doing stuff in DARPA. I would be just like, bam, just shorting everything. Do sports companies, do sports teams have anything? Is there some sort of any sports team on open market? Do they have the same thing too? I mean, basically just trolling, and there's nothing these guys could do it because they're using the same practices, the same fucking practices that these billionaire hedge fund guys were using. So it's completely 100% legal. Does it have to do anything with a neurologist? No, it's no Neuralink. It's the combining of technology with a it's a biotech thing, dude. Look it up, then you'll see what it's about. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, I wonder if sports teams have that, or sports teams traded out in the open market? See, that's how much I don't know about the stock market. These are some of the questions that Wall Street bets are probably doing the same thing. They probably have somebody going in there going, well, somebody pissed me off. I'm gonna put more money in Ford or put more money in GM. I think this is awesome. I think it's kind of funny too at the same time. But Bezos is worth $182 million, so it's probably not smart to mess with the person who has unlimited resources. Yes, cause true. But they were just like just $20 billion short of getting up there too. I'm pretty sure with a couple of shortings that they're doing, I'm pretty sure that they're freaking. I'm pretty sure they would be able to get some more places together, or see more funds together, or more shares together to overtake Bezos. Like I said, I would team up. I would have like secret meetings with Elon Musk. I'd say like, hey, I want to have a meeting here, blah 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 blah, and Elon's already loving this anyways. Power to the people, power to the gamers, exactly. But anyways, so that's the discussion about that. So we'll see what happens during this week. I think, again, this is hilarious. All I can say is don't piss off the guys on Reddit. You know what tripped me out is that I'm surprised no one tried to cancel Reddit out. I'm surprised no one tried to say that we need to deactivate Reddit, because we can't have people on the internet getting together to do shit. We can't have housing giants, exactly that. I could just imagine that. Someone saying that they don't like it because they're doing it on Reddit. Yeah, I'm buying some Starlink too, for sure. I'm gonna give me some of them internets. But I'm surprised nobody said, "Hey, we need to kill Reddit because of the same thing." Because we can't have you winning. We can't have you winning at the game that we're playing. GE, exactly. Oh, I would fade out GE on some of that stuff. But that again, if I was smart and stuff like that, I'm not very smart when it comes to that shit. So, anyways, all right, next story. Okay, so the next story is that there were some questions and there was some feedback that I saw on the main page and just in comments in general and other pages. So for what you guys don't realize is that is I have to, it's part of everybody who has a page or manages pages, that if you're interacting with other pages or other groups, you're going to talk about, you're going to talk to each other and all that. Well, if there are groups that you're cool with and groups that are cool with you, they're going to tell you some information that's kind of like, hey, look, something you need to watch out for. So there was a group out there, there's a page out there, and it's not, like I said, it's just rumor right now, so I'll just keep it at that. That was shit talking us. That was shit talking U.S. Army WTF moments and shit talking WTF Nation Radio. Which, you don't have to fucking follow us, you don't have to like us, you don't have to even listening. If you don't want to listen, then see you. You don't have to go. You don't have to be here. You don't have to stay, but you can't stay here if you don't want to listen to us. If you're just here to sharpshoot or try to pontificate some stupid ass fucking wisdom that you think you fucking have, then go pontificate somewhere else where people actually give a fuck about you. People here, we actually do give a shit about you. There was a comment and some feedback that somebody had said that that they would wish that we went back. They wish that we went back to the old WTF moments. And I looked at it and I was like, I was just thinking about it. I kind of ponder things like this, when, like I was telling you guys before, when me and Spanky were talking about, and I had those shower thoughts where all of a sudden you just get totally distracted and you start thinking about shit. And I had I was running and doing some PT, and I was just thinking, I was like, what is the old? WTF moments. And I think back to its start a decade ago on how it was when it first started opening up shit talking, posting crazy memes. This is before Facebook got all sensitive and said you can't say this or you can't say that. So a lot of it was, of course, you could not, you couldn't do things on Facebook now that you used to be able to do back in the day. WTF moments kind of broke a little bit of a I don't want to say a record, but kind of reported just raw, detailed material, and it came out. One of the first things that it came out with when there was at a time, it was a possible active shooter. Well, an organization that we're friends with now, it is, how do I say this? We're cool with this organization now, but back in the day, there was an organization that said we were causing panic. We were causing, oh shit, there's panic and all this because there was a page post that said we had reported a fake active shooting thing. And I was like, back now when you look at it and you saw how many active shooters were happening, now we see the standard being set on a notification of a possible active shooter. Be aware, head in a swivel, ensure blah 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 blah. Information is taken down and we're locked down, right? There was a lot of fear over that U.S. Army WTF moments back in the day posted that. And it didn't occur to me until I started thinking through the processes and started thinking through the history that now the standard for an active shooter event is usually a post warning of a possible active shooter, ensure that this is happening, ensure you're locked down, and bada 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 bada, and then an all clear is called. And I look back at the times that we reported that, and we got so much shit for it. We got a lot of shit for it, as a matter of fact. We're trying to cause panic. We're trying to, oh shit, you're just trying to, trying to do this for clicks. You're trying to do this for that. I'm thinking, okay, well, let's see, where is your proofs? Where's your proof? Present them. Where's your receipts? So somebody said that there's not like, whatever. I'll be honest with you. I don't understand where that came from. Now, the shit posting. There was one story that was posted that was it was incorrect, and we retracted and fired the individual who reported it. There is a process of vetting that is vastly improved from what it used to be, but I don't understand that there's a lot of individuals that wanted to get pissed off and say, we wish you had the old WTF moments. And I just kind of think about it. I'm like, you wish you had the old WTF moments. You mean the old WTF moments that at the time was trying to get veterans together to try to fucking, not fucking be divisive and shit? You mean that WTF moments? You mean the WTF moments that's fucking neutral right now? That at the time, we try to help each other out. We try to help businesses. We try to help. You're not going to fucking please exactly that. You're not going to please anybody. You guys don't do enough for veterans. I will say that last year when we had 2,200 battles and distress incidences, I think we're doing what we can. We had over 109,000 fucking messages last year of individuals that were asking for help, guidance, or just to shoot the shit and talk to us. Or we had directed, we had directed them to other resources for them to talk to, behavioral health wise, or just a moment event, or just to talk about some shit. There's just something they would rather not say to their family members, but want to be able to vent to us, and we will be able to talk about it. I don't understand is that other pages that want to talk about us and want to shit talk us, I'd be more than happy to just let me know and tag us. And we'd be more than happy to, open the floor. I don't mind it. What do you want? Do you want Jerry fucking Springer and a goddamn dumpster fire? Or what? Or do you want it to go? Or do you want it to go to where we lambast people so much that it drives them to the point to where they off themselves, and then we say ha ha ha, laughing at your fucking expense? Is that what you want? The same fucking toxicity that you're fucking telling us that you want us to stop? Is that what you want? Is that the old WTF moments that you want? No, I'm not saying we're fucking perfect. I'm not saying at all that we have any effective effective methods of coping ourselves. I'm not saying any of us is fucking perfect at all. We're not perfect at all. I just find it, there are people out there that are fucking haters, straight fucking haters. And a friend of mine, Boone Cutler, if you guys know him, fellow psyoper, great dude, friend of mine. And he said today, he said the few things that piss me off more than veterans bitching about how the government doesn't help veterans, but these are the same people bitching that they haven't tried to help veterans themselves. And he said perfectly, the last words that he said, this community is ours. Own it. If you wanted us to report the toxicity and shit like that, and you want us to get busted or whatever, you notice there's a lot of things that those other pages that like the Jerry Springer dumpster fire post, things without fucking context. There are several fucking videos that I've received in my inbox and I've received in personal messages that are way taken out of fucking context. And if we were to fucking blast that shit without whatever, there are second and third fucking order effects that people just don't fucking consider. Some are fucking made up. So when individuals sit there and say, oh, WTF sucks. This is a good page. This is a good page, but fuck WTF moments. And I had to sit back and remind myself, hey, that I don't want to sound like freaking, I don't want to sound like fucking Spider-Man. I'll say with great power comes great responsibility and stuff like that, because I know I'm a big comic book freak, so that's a common phrase in the comic book world. But we were small. We started off small too. We did. We started off small and we just kept going. It's almost like I almost feel like, I don't know, the relationship that we have with our fans in the community, our followers in the community, it's almost like a relationship that you would have with somebody anyways, or you would have a relationship, you know what I mean, just or working out, or have a discussion of building trust or doing some things. At one time with a couple of jabs here and there, but we've never really called out a specific group or entity, or done some call outs, or say, hey, we're calling you out or some shit like that. I don't fucking get it. So it's almost like, some of the things that people fucking hate and hate on and stuff like that. It's just, hey, I'm just telling it like it is. It's one of those things that I shake my fucking head at. I'm still going to fucking do it. A lot of the members of U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio is they're effective fucking leaders in their fields and what they do, and they really have in their best interest to help. We're not, like I said, we're not fucking perfect at all. Far from it. Because every piece of what we do is an accumulation of the little things that we have with our community that we do. Straight up. There's not one fucking time where there's not one. For those of you who know me personally, there's not been one time where people have thought, God damn, dude, when do you fucking sleep? I don't. I don't sleep. I try to sleep, but I don't. I'll open up inbox and I'll see a message from somebody who's going through getting evicted from their homes, and then they're getting evicted to their house. This is pre-COVID, and they don't know what to do, and all of us are like freaking shaking our heads because there's kids involved, or having to tell somebody that just, hey, look, dude, you're just gonna have to fucking face the fact that you're gonna have to get up off your ass and go get a fucking job and go to the fucking VA and fill out some fucking paperwork. You got to do it. You can't sit there and complain about what the Veterans Administration and what people are not giving a fuck about veterans if you're not going to get off your ass and fill out the fucking documents that you fill out. When I attend my VA appointments, that's all I see is individuals come, we sent this. Guys lose their shit. Guys and gals lose their shit to the VA people. And some of it I think about, is it some of it self-inflicted? Oh yeah, exactly, Pip. The all-night gaming sessions, brother. Yep. I got the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare game. I'm playing with the kids on that one, and man, my daughter's kicking my ass on that shit. She can put some rounds, but when we start flying around in freaking TIE fighters and X-wings, that's another story. But Yeah, it's just one of those things that I was thinking about when someone was talking about, oh, well, you guys didn't do shit. You guys didn't do that. Now, look, there's a lot of things that we can't do anymore. We can't. We were limited to doing our call. We used to do calls for attendance and celebrate the life of a soldier or veteran, or helping one of our members of our brotherhood and sisterhood out with their home repairs. We can't do it because of COVID. However, we were able to assist on, on other things that could help, that have helped them out. We've dropped 57 COVID updates on everything when it comes to promotions, PCSs, TDYs, schools at the Army, and the policy evolved. A lot of our information now that we have been put out when it comes to anything that has to do with COVID or mitigations or something like that, a lot of senior leaders are the ones that are retweeting our shit. Yeah, 83 fundraisers. We had 14 bolos for missing people that resulted in recoveries. Some of them didn't recover. I just look at these. Oh, fuck WTF. WTF isn't like this and WTF is this. Somebody said we're getting fucking woke and shit and whatever. Hey, how about you try not being an asshole? Being respectful and being cool is being respectful and just being laid back. I look at some of the stats of some of the shit from last year. 6,500 posts that we had from submissions by you. We didn't go trolling the fucking internet. We get accused of that all the time. You guys just go scrape the wood. Nope. If it goes on the fucking inbox, it's going to get posted, or it'll get vetted to get posted, or stand in line to get posted. Videos, fucking Instagram accounts. We got a fucking TikTok now. Way to go, Spanky. Way to go. Spanky was the one that said we need to get a TikTok. So you might see me and Sergeant Major the Man, the WTF Sergeant Major. You might see they're trying to talk me into doing a TikTok, and my kids are trying to do a fucking TikTok too. And they're like telling me, Dad, and you need to do TikTok. No, I don't do that. So, but my whole point is that none of this stuff we could have done without you guys. Now, some of you guys are our friends, some of you are our families. And you guys, and like we said before, you guys prove it daily by supporting us through daily participation in our community, just by commenting, sending us pictures, telling us stories, posting on our wall, whatever. We have provided I think $1 million or so dollars a year of any technical expertise that we had that you would have to have paid for, that you've had to have had advice, whether you have to have just somebody to vent. Whether you have to have somebody work on, like, I don't know, a school project for the military, or a video project, or anything like that. Slides, doing a presentation when you're racking your brain out for MLC, ALC. We've done it. One of the biggest things that we said, I think what it is that people miss the fragging. And there's some sick people out there that actually, they're sadists that like to see fucking a dumpster fire. I'm not saying I don't like a good dumpster fire myself, when it's well fucking deserved, but just to put shit out there, it gets kind of old. It's not sustainable. I don't get this all. I'm not gonna floss. No, I told you guys before. I don't know if you guys just hearing this for the first time, but my daughter's, all jumping up and down about the TikTok stuff, and my youngest daughter, she wants to, the Nightmare Before Christmas is some of the songs that I used to sing and dance when I was, when she was younger and all that, and she missed that. And so she says, Dad, I'm going to get you to sing the Oogie Boogie song on TikTok. So you never know. You might see me dancing an Oogie Boogie song or something like that. But anyways. But again, we put the spotlight on some leaders and organizations ranging from Sergeant Major to General on some double standard stuff to assist you. They're making sure that things didn't get buried on the carpet. Now, believe it or not, if it didn't get posted, it didn't mean it didn't get covered. Oh, no. Everyone talks about, WTF is not covering that. We're not doing that shit. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, we can talk about those troops on Thursday. Dr. Dre still visiting the hospital? I don't know. He's out. I think he recovered and he got released from his stay. And that's right, Dr. Dre suffered a stroke. Well, there's a lot of soldiers that we helped out. There's a lot of leaders that we helped out too. There's a lot of organizations that we assisted and helped out. And so when someone says, I hate this page, this is a good page, that's a good page, this is a good page, WTF sucks, WTF this, hey, remember, your hate will come too. The hate will come on you. And normally what will end up happening is that another page will come hit us in the inbox and say, hey man, what is going on with this? Did you blah 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 find that out? Or fuck yeah, dude. We know what's going on. What do you need? Well, we're always an extent. Now don't get me wrong, I'm gonna bust balls and see what happens when you can't meet 600-9. I can meet 600-9. Oh, you're talking about Dr. Dre. I'm sorry, Doc. I think Dr. Dre was in pretty decent shape. Anyways, we're going to take a break right quick. And then we'll be right back. So everyone recover. Go refill your glasses. Go repack your pipes if you are DD-214 authorized. And then go take a leak and smoke them if you got them. We'll be right back. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Hello, Mama. Hello, Daddy. I've got something that I've never said before. Went down south of the border. Now life, it's got a little harder for me. I fell in love with some girl. She told me that she was gonna rock my world. Now I'm stuck here with no money. Don't that just sound a little funny for you? Well, her name was Maria. She told me she was always by my side. Went home one evening. She was with another man. He tried to run and hide. I pulled out my 45. I told them that I was gonna take their life. Now I'm stuck here on the run. I don't know the animal I have become. So won't you save me? Save me! Won't you save me? Save me! Won't you save me? Save me! Won't you please put me out of my little misery? Well, I know life is short. Mom, you know I always try to do my best. Should've listened when you told me I wouldn't be caught in this mess. Gotta go now, Dad, I'm sorry. Everybody, all y'all need to know this is life, a true story. When you chase ass down in Mexico, save me, save me. Won't you save me, save me, save me, save me. Won't you please put me out of my little misery? Won't you save me, save me? Won't you save me? Won't you save me? Save me? Won't you please put me out of my little misery?
that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit, like, constantly.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. Otra vez. Parte 2. WTF Nation Radio. U.S. Army WTF Moments. Monday edition. For all you WTF Nation haters out there, we'll blow your planet up. Welcome back. Oh, man. So, real quick on the world news front right now. I know we've been like talking about a lot of current events that's been happening here in this country. So globally, I don't know if you guys have heard that there's a coup in Myanmar. I still can never pronounce that correctly. Myanmar. It used to be called Burma. But apparently, the Aung San Suu Kyi and other elected leaders were detained on Monday as the army seized power. The generals behind the coup, and then the internet was the stuff. And it's just one of those things to where, coup happened. Right now, we're threatening sanctions against the country, which I don't know how would you do. Who is it against? Is it against the country, the government that did the coup, or is it the people that are there being couped? But anyways, President Joe Biden has threatened to reinstate sanctions in Myanmar. Man, God, I really cannot pronounce that right. I'm fucking it up right now. I'm just telling you right now. Myanmar. God, I again, word salad. Sorry. Detain Aung San Suu Kyi and other elected leaders, accusing their party of fraud over recent landslide election win. So in a statement, Biden said that force should never seek to overrule the will of the people or attempt to erase the outcome of a credible election. Oof. The United Nations and UK have also condemned the coup. The U.S. have removed sanctions in the past decade as it progressed to democracy, but obviously it didn't look like it was reviewing. It looks like it didn't even go into democracy anymore if the military is taking it over. So basically what happened was the troops patrolling the streets, and then right now, and there's currently a curfew in force. So right now it's we'll see what happens with that. The military has already announced replacements already for a few number of the ministers. And the streets of the main city, Yangon, people said felt like their long, hard-fought battle for democracy has been lost. A 25-year-old resident who asked not to be named told the BBC, waking up to learn that your whole world has been completely turned upside down overnight was not a good feeling, but a feeling that I thought we'd have moved on from, and one I thought we would never be forced to feel again. So, also known as Burma, ruled by the armed forces until 2011. When democratic reforms led by Aung San Suu Kyi into the military role. She spent 15 years in detention from 1989 to 2010, and she was internationally hailed as a beacon of democracy and received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1991. So it pretty much unfolded as the early morning hours, and then just power had been handed over to the commander-in-chief. She just sat on the TV station. So that's kind of weird. Just like there was no violence. There was nothing reported. Soldiers blocked the roads of the capital. And then international domestic TV channels, including the state broadcaster, went off air. The internet and phone services were disrupted. Banks were forced to close. So that was it. Nestled in between Bangladesh and Thailand is where the country sits. So if you guys don't know anything like that, or if you guys want to research some of the clandestine operations in Burma, in Thailand and Cambodia, if you want to look at some of the old special operations historical missions and stuff like that, you'll see that as well. Also tracing back to World War II. It's pretty crazy. I never thought a coup like that Would have thought I would have never heard of a coup happening too soon. Can we can we make coup jokes now? Is anybody gonna get mad and are we gonna say something to the point where yeah, I don't know how it's able to how we're gonna handle that. So anyways, another news. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman, faces an expulsion threat. The Democrats have introduced a resolution to strip the pro-Trump Republican lawmaker of her committee assignments over her past posts on social media. She embraced conspiracy theories, including school shootings and 9/11 were staged. A group of Democrats have filed a resolution, line in the sand moment for the Republican Party. The Georgia congresswoman last month introduced a measure attempting to impeach Joe Biden. When she tweeted Monday, if the Democrats remove me from my committees, I can assure them that the precedent they are setting will be used extensively against members on their side once we regain the majority in 2022. And we will regain the majority. Make no mistake about that. Unquote. Elected to Congress in November, Ms. Greene was assigned to the Education and Labor Committee and the Budget Committee by the House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy. But the Democrats contend that in her past remarks, she has forfeited her right to join these panels. See, that's a question, too. Forfeiting the right. If you were elected, good. Oh, good point, Pookie. Good point, Pookie. It's crazy how they censored the internet and placed a bunch of troops in the Capitol. I was going to make the coup joke, the same thing. It was kind of like the new Infinity War now is keeping troops in D.C. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for talking shit like that, but that's what it looks like. If we could talk shit about Afghanistan and Kosovo and the Balkans having soldiers there for almost 20 fucking years, or over 20 years, and there you go. We can make jokes about another Infinity War and having troops in the U.S. Capitol, which is a damn shame. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, a Florida Democrat who is leading the resolution, says reducing the future harm of what she causes in Congress, denying her seat at the committee tables where fact-based policies will be drafted. If the Republicans won't police their own, then the House must step in. I'm kind of like on the fence with this shit. Isn't it kind of like politicians lying the fuck all the time anyways? I'm just asking questions here. Isn't it normally that the politicians that said they were going to do something that they didn't do it, and after they get elected, and then just kind of like, oh well, we have to work with this or we have to work with that? Isn't that kind of the standard? Isn't that most politicians shitpost anyways? Wasn't there some politicians saying that you need to get up in people's faces or cause violence or something like that? Yeah, just asking. Once somebody's elected by that, you can't remove somebody from the elected. They're elected if the people elected them there, right? 2019, McCarthy removed Iowa Congressman Steve King from 2 committees after he said on an interview in which questioned why white supremacy was considered offensive. However, he did not indicate what he will do again in the case of Ms. Greene. Instead, saying that through a spokesperson that he plans to have a conversation with her about the social media posts. So that's one kind of thing now you have to look at how you want to lead your life, and you start shit posting on the web and you want to do something and get a little older and you realize that you maybe shouldn't have shit post something back in the day and then you forgot about it. And then the next thing you know, you realize, damn, I really did post those memes. Shit. And then people want to like take that out of context and say, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Now, she has a real big fucking belief on the QAnon crap, which, I mean, funny as fuck anyways, the QAnon people. It's the big psyop fest. Everyone likes to say, oh, it's a big psyop thing. Oh, it's a big psyop. She has sympathies for QAnon and starts posting a bunch of QAnon crap, you know. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not open to any fucking theories that somebody who is of science or no, I'm serious at all. Yeah, if someone is an you know, in academia who would like to talk about a theory about something or want to talk about something like that, you gotta have an open mind when it comes to shit like that. Just because I listen to somebody saying like that and I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever, doesn't mean that I'm not gonna follow them. Doesn't mean that I fucking like QAnon. It just means I'm listening to these fucking idiots talk. Again, like I said about free speech, the best thing about free speech, you kind of assholes and idiots kind of like expose themselves already. That's why I want people to fucking be able to say some shit so you could say you're a fucking idiot. Get them to fix Wikipedia. Exactly. Exactly that. As a matter of fact, there was an educator in California who's talking about renaming certain buildings because he got most of his information sourced from Wikipedia. Because everybody knows Wikipedia is, straight up, is the deets of all things factual. Everyone's like, yeah, I saw Wikipedia. How come we're not using that? Because some kid went in there and started dropping memes on a team that lost a game or something like that. That's usually the case when it comes to something like that. Again, if they elected her in there, and if she's the one talking shit, but then you look at all the rhetoric. Again, Flash brought this up. Flash even said the pendulum swinging back now on the drama and the rhetoric. All the shit that everyone was giving the Trump administration, all the shit that people were talking about, and digging up stuff on the Trumps and digging up stuff on the Trump family, are now coming back in spades because now they're saying the same stuff. They're repeating. They're like, hey, you can't say this hateful shit. You can't say this stuff that might be considered divisive and violent. And all they got to do is just cut and paste out their names of individuals from the opposing party that have said the same fucking thing. Exactly that, Scott Rose. Exactly that, Scott. Oh, bing. I was about ready to say that, too. They arrested a guy for dropping memes in Florida. They called it election interference for dropping memes in Florida. Is it election interference? Or is that you were too stupid to fucking follow the meme? I mean, it's a serious question. Should anybody be held responsible for dropping a meme? Like when you see those memes about Gandhi, and you see Gandhi, and it looks like it's going to be a poignant freaking statement about wisdom and all that, and he says, always make sure you put one, one in the head and two in the chest, and it says Gandhi. Gandhi really didn't say that, but there's individuals out there that really believe that and do not understand how hyperbole works. Then there you go. Or it's like some individuals like to say hyperbole. It's the same thing. So should somebody be punished for the amount of stupidity that comes out or believe stupidity? Because 2 + 2 is 5, right? So if you say, no, it's not, it's 4, should somebody who's saying it's 4, or somebody saying 2 + 2 is 5, or how should I say, Common Core math, you think somebody should be thrown in jail or for election interference when we drop memes all the freaking time? Those Sun Tzu memes, exactly that. If you guys don't know, I have a secret identity. I'm Meme Sue on Twitter, and I'll drop some freaking serious Meme Sue quotes on there, and everyone will kind of like ha 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 laugh or whatever. Am I gonna get in trouble? Am I gonna get busted? Oh no. Fear works in mimetic ways. Quote, Meme Sue. Hypocrisy will meme your way. Meme Sue. This is someone that these are actual quotes and memes that I've altered and stuff using, just taking the word meme out and enemy and all this other stuff of Sun Tzu. What the ancients call a clever fighter is one who not only wins but excels in winning with ease with memes. Oh shit. Someone's going to fucking dig and find out that I'm stolen valor philosopher because I'm quoting Sun Tzu using memes. I'm going to get busted, Chris. Oh man, D-Max, I'm going to get Scott too. I'm going to get busted for all those memes and jokes that I'm saying. So am I going to get, so what I'm saying is that should somebody be held liable for dropping those fucking, if you were stupid enough to believe it? Everyone knows who attends civics class knows when the election is supposed to fucking happen, right? So if you were stupid enough to follow an election meme saying that you should make sure you attend, make sure you hit the polls when they open on the 6th of November at 1800, even though election day is on 3rd of November. With the way the election was fucking going, it was right. That meme was correct because there were still people voting, right? Didn't the polls not close? Or did they close? Yeah, Russia, exactly. I mean, again, these are asking fucking questions. You're gonna hem somebody up for dropping a meme about, hey, you should attend a poll. Exactly that, Pitt. I'm not an expert. I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express once. Overseas even. Several of them overseas. 5-star too. 4-star. Very good. Very good places. Win by arresting the other side for non-factual means and you will win the war. Meme Sue. Low information voters are a national security threat. I think that goes back, Pookie, to the way education is. The lack of education for civics and just simple shit. The kids right now are trying to find out how to balance their fucking checkbooks or something like that, and you ask a teacher, hey, how do I pay bills, or how do I do that? Are we teaching that stuff? No. Cobra Kai is pretty fucking awesome. Pretty nostalgic too. But again, you're just like fucking you're gonna hem somebody up. Oh well, you're gonna arrest that guy for dropping a meme. You shouldn't have done that. All right, so let's see. So a sports page right now. I don't know. I'm gonna fuck up a sportsing page. I'm gonna mess it up all the time since it's the sports page. Let's see what we got going on for sports. I know right now there are some because of individuals not following COVID protocols on the Kansas City Chiefs. They got some COVID problems, according to a report in ESPN. The Chiefs have placed Demarcus Robinson and C. Daniel Kilgore on the reserve due to close contact with somebody who tested positive for the virus. Doesn't necessarily rule out that the players are out of the Super Bowl. They just need to test negative for the virus in 5 days following the close contact. If they continue to test negative during that span, then they're okay. Then they can be activated from the reserve to play the game. The good news is that both players are considered backups anyways, and they say they've not, they both played their part when asked to do so this season. I would be fucking hilarious if the Super Bowl was canceled by guys who didn't practice social distancing or didn't do the Rona thing or all that. Which, I mean, they're pretty healthy individuals anyway, so call it the COVID Bowl. They bring in exactly that, and then Tom Brady. I don't care either. I really don't care. I got to do the sportsing thing so that way. Flash says, "Yep, you got to do the sportsing thing." So there's a sportsing thing. I just think it's ironic that the individuals who are telling you about social distancing are not doing social distancing, and they're the ones that got popped for COVID. So there you go. Anyways, what else? What else we got going on? Let me look at the chat. $20 says the ref said fuck over the Chiefs. No, I don't know. No. I'm just gonna go ahead and do some housekeeping right now. Since I've been on here a decent minute. Today was the Monday edition, of course. Let's see, who do I got going on? Did you guys catch that show on Friday with Cars? It was a pretty good show. You can check out the podcast for Friday Night Freedom when he had Carl Whalen and Kayla Collette on there. It was pretty good show. This Thursday, well, actually tomorrow, is of course Pop Culture Warrior with CQ, discussing all the pop culture news. Now you guys understand right now where CQ is at. There's a winter storm warning, so it may or may not happen. So if his interwebs are out, then he might not be on, which won't be his fault if there's a winter storm warning and all that. So stay tuned. More than likely, he will probably have a show. And then Wednesday's, of course, our day off. And Thursday is going to be Colonel Jeremy Muster of the 8th Psychological Operations Group. He's going to come on and shoot the shit about my former organization. That's what I'm talking about. Talking about Information Warfare Center and other capabilities that are designed to support our forces to compete against adversaries from the CONUS base and discuss their role in the National Mission Force, which is responsible for supporting special mission units and across the world. That's what I'm talking about. From the 9th Side Battalion, my old unit. God, I can't wait to have one. But 18 February, Thursday, Sergeant's Time. Command Sergeant Major John Foley from USAREC. This is the Command Sergeant Major from USAREC. This is not some battalion Sergeant Major. This is the Command Sergeant Major from USAREC. I've asked for your input and some of your questions on what would you like to ask the Command Sergeant Major of USAREC when it comes to recruiting sessions. You name it. He's going to come in here to talk about the force's recruiting mission, and we're going to get into some of the weeds and some of the topics and all that. If you are a recruiter and you want to drop a question, let me know, or just hit contact at WTFNationRadio.com, or hit us in the inbox on the Facebook page at WTF Nation Radio, and we'll more than likely be able to get in touch and grab your question, and I'll ask your questions. I mean, have some decent questions too. Don't how come don't be caveman. Have some legit questions. Taxation staff. Exactly. But I'm pretty excited because this is a historical event for us. USAREC coming on here to shoot the shit with us about their mission, recruiting mission, and how everyone can help be a part of it is a good thing. Because God knows we need more recruits. So that's going to be. But don't forget, we also have the Friday Night Freedom with Kaz and Pookie, and of course Sergeant's Time with myself and Spinky. And if you guys don't have anything from me, you can download us on Apple on podcasts, and you're probably listening to us on all different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, what have you. If you need to find out where else we are at, if someone says, "Hey, I don't know where to get on here," you can go Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Mixcloud, TuneIn, Player, iVoox, Twitch. Oh yeah, I forgot we're on Twitch. Mob Crush, and of course the website, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts. 14 platforms for you to grab any of our information and listen to also previous episodes. And of course we have the daily rewind at 1500 Eastern Standard Time. That's 3 p.m. for those of you who don't habla in the military time there. And you'll be able to catch a daily rewind at 1500 to 1800. And it's pretty much any show. It's kind of funny to hear some old shows and all the shit we used to talk about. It's pretty much the same thing. It just, I don't know, a little bit more up to date now that we're talking about. But anyways, y'all have a good night, and thanks again for listening. So, shots.
Wear a condom? We're in Fayetteville. No one gets STDs here.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. And now they say that they've discovered life up there on Mars, so let's blow it all to hell and then claim it for ours. We'll paint the moon red, white, and blue for no other reason than we wanted to. Oh, Jupiter, imagine what you could become. A stupid, pointless planet turned into a giant gun. And Russia, so sorry, have to burst your bubble. Be a good sport, now sit back, relax, and watch us through the Hubble as we celebrate the greatness of the United Planet of America. Space Force, Space Force. We'll saddle up our intergalactic horse and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. We'll go to infinity and beyond, beyond. You'll hear all manly voices singing Space Force strong. The critics say sound doesn't travel in space, to which we reply sound will do as we say. Oh, Captain Kirk, your achievements, though notable and fine, as far as we're concerned, this is Deep Space Mine. And big fans, but Lord Vader, step away from the lightsaber. There can only be one, of course. Space Force. Ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, dum, 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 ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, dum, 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 dum. Space Force, Space Force. We'll saddle up our intergalactic horse and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Space
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show.
To see somebody who's